Hello, guys, and welcome back to our channel. My name is Mohit, and welcome to Dude's Banter. So, this is another episode of the Manchester United series of this season, which I am doing. I have started this season. So, you must have watched my previous videos. I have uploaded a lot of videos regarding the Manchester United games, as well as the transfers or the rumored transfers, which was my previous video. So, you can check that out as well. So yeah, diving into this another game week. So yeah, with the international games being over, so Man United are back into the league, and our next assignment came against Nottingham Forest, and it was an embarrassing defeat to say the least. But yeah, as we can see that another ex Man United player. I'm twisting my words a little bit here. So, yeah, another ex-Manchester United player haunting us and making us pay once again for letting him go. And yeah, he's enjoying his life at the club. And who is that player? Why he did he score? How did he score? Not why. Who is that player? So yeah, we'll be discussing it into this video. And this video will be discussing about the game between Nottingham Forest and Manchester United. So let's dive into the video. So yes, guys, welcome back into the video. So as we saw in the intro that this game was played between Nottingham Forest and Man United yesterday. So I'll be uploading it a day later because I had some work to do as well, and I also upload cricket videos along with my friend. So you can check that out as well. So yeah, coming back to this game, Nottingham Forest won the game 1-0 and embarrassed Man United away from home, and it was a frustrating loss as well because we had our chances, we couldn't convert, and that has been the story of the season so far and the tournaments we have played in, that we had those chances but we were not able to convert them. But yeah, in this game as well, we saw the same mistakes or the same things happening once again, which were happening prior to the international break. With the international break, we thought that things might change a bit because our players have done well into the international scenarios wherever they have played, be it the World Cup qualifiers or be it the Nations League or be it the World Cup qualifiers in South America as well as in Europe. So yeah, we thought that it could have been a better outing for us because if you look at the start of the game in the first 5 minutes, before we conceded that goal, in the first 4 minutes to be precise, so we had our chances. The corner which we got in the Nottingham Forest half, which eventually led to their goal. I don't know how, but we had that moment with us because of a brilliant shot by Bruno Fernandes. For a moment, I thought that it had gone into the goal, but the way the crowd was going. But later, I realized that it was an away game and it was an away crowd for us. So yeah, looking at that, as I mentioned, it was frustrating and embarrassing as well because this season has been like this for us since the start, and we were never that settled because if we win two games, we lose three, right? So that has been the entire uh, flow of the tournament or the flow of the season so far for us. So yeah, keeping that in mind, I thought that we could have got 1-1 in the first half, considering that Bruno chance would have got in, and also considering that Elanga scored later on, or maybe somebody else scored later on. So yeah, could have been 1-1 for us. Even Garnacho had a good chance at the in the middle of the second half. So yeah, but we'll come into that later. So first we'll get into the stats, the important stats which were there. So Man United had 68% of the possession. Apologies. So Man United had 68% of the possession, 1.63 expected goals. We had 23 shots, total shots, which out of which six were on target, and we had three big chances, but we missed all of them for some reason. And that has been the story, as I mentioned. So, looking at the game overall, it looks pretty clear that Man United were the dominant side in the game, but eventually we could not come out with a victory there. Also, if you look at the Nottingham Forest stats, they had 32% of the possession, out of which 0.48 expected goals. They had a total of 8 shots on target. They have a total of 8 shots, out of which two were on target, and that they had zero big chances, guys. Zero. So I don't know if it was zero, but I think we should consider that goal which they scored as a big chance for them, because they got their goal, the only goal of the game in that moment. So you guys can comment below and let me know that what do you think about the Man United performance in the game? Could we have won the game, or was that game done then and there when Elanga had scored? So because considering we had those chances as well, so yeah, do let me know in the comments. What do you think? As I mentioned that Elanga, a former Man United player who was with the club for I think 3 or 4 years, if my memory serves me right, and he went on to Nottingham Forest in the transfer window a couple of seasons ago under Ten Hag, and now he he proved to be the nightmare for us in this game, because he was the only goal scorer. Plus, he was the one who was troubling our defense from from the right side. I think it was Dorgu, and I don't actually remember the defenders in this game. So yeah, he targeted that side pretty well, and eventually got the goal from there itself. And if you remember that goal, that was a superb goal, a stunning goal. And to be fair, being even being a Man United player, and I watch some football as well. So considering that, even though it came against us, it was a pretty stunning goal before, because it wasn't long that he just took the ball and went in straight away, and literally he was not stopped or not troubled by anybody, except I think he pushed away Garnacho in the middle of that run. And yeah, as I mentioned, that there was no one troubling him for that goal as well. So yeah, I think pretty stunning goal. It was embarrassing to concede as well, because our defense was totally exposed. There was no one covering that. Everybody was on that corner, in that corner setup. So yeah, we have to look again. We have to look into our set pieces as well, because we concede from set pieces anyhow, right? Even if we have the set piece, or even if we have conceded the set piece. So yeah, I think there is a lot to think about for Amorim, because some big games are coming up, which we will talk in the later half of the video. So yeah, another embarrassment in the league, as I mentioned, we had some great moments, but we failed to convert, and this has been the story in the game. I know I have repeated this point once again, but yeah, this was not for the first time in the season as well, which we saw our side getting embarrassed by the other teams, especially teams like Nottingham Forest, beat Bournemouth, beat Brentford, beat Brighton for that matter for the past couple of seasons. Even Wolves at the end of the year last year. So yeah, there were some teams that troubled us, but I think we have to get through this season somehow and not be in that relegation zone. But yeah, I think the way the team is going, it is not looking good. And the games coming up as well, the couple of games coming up as well. So they are pretty important as well for the outcome of our season. So yeah, keeping that in mind, I think Bruno had a great chance, as I mentioned, at the start of the game when we got that, we won that corner. So apart from that, he had I think a couple of shots as well after that goal by Elanga. And Garnacho and Casemiro had some pretty glorious chances as well. If I remember correctly, that a couple of chances I had hit the crossbar, hit the post, or were just away from the goal post, or it was saved by the keeper of of Nottingham Forest. But yeah, as I said, we had our chances, we couldn't convert, and some glorious chances came at the end as well. Courtesy one, I remember specifically that It was Maguire at just the dying seconds of the game, and it was a goal line clearance. Otherwise, if that would have went in, I think we would have come up with a draw. I think with a, I don't think with a point as well. But yeah, now we are stuck again in that 13th position without a win in this game. I mean, come on, guys. You also saw that game. We had an expected goals of 1.63. We had six shots on target, three big chances. So why didn't we convert is the big question. So you guys can also let me know that what might be the possible reasons why we were not able to convert. So yeah, as I mentioned that we could have won the game 1-2 or 1-3, or we could have drawn it 1-1. So yeah, with that game being done, Man United are currently 13th in the points table. We are playing in that 12, 13, 14, 15 position for this season, and we are there with a total of 37 points in 30 games, which is just about a point per game. So yeah, you guys can make out what is happening at the club. We have a total of 10 wins for up till this game, 7 draws and 13 losses with a -4 goal difference. So we have a lot of things to work on. And looking at, as I mentioned, we have some important games coming up. So the next three games for us are the game next week on 6th of April versus Manchester City at home. So it is the Manchester Derby, and with Man City in form as well, and Haaland out. So that's a big news coming. Haaland is out for 4 or 5 weeks. I know this also because I play FPL. So I know I have to keep an update of on this on these news as well. So yeah, Man City we have next week on 6th of April. After that, we have the Europa League quarterfinal first leg, which is Lyon versus Man United away from home on 11th April, 12:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time, guys. This time, the times which I'm mentioning are of the Indian Standard Time. So you guys will have those at your time zones respectively. And the third game out of the next three matches which we have is game number 32 against Man City is game number 31 in the Premier League, and after that, after the Europa League game, we have game number 32, which is against Newcastle again away from home on 13th of April at 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time, guys. So some pretty big games coming up, and after that game, I think we have the second leg of the Europa League quarterfinals, which will be at home for United, and that I think is on 16th or 17th of April, again 12:30 a.m. for in India. So yeah, pretty big games coming up. Just the Europa League is the only thing for us for a silverware, for a trophy which we are fighting for. And touch wood, we have been great in that. And I don't want to jinx it, guys, but I know we are playing well. So I hope we continue the Europa League form which we are having, and also somehow try to replicate that form into the Premier League, so that will be beneficial for us as well. So yeah, guys, before the game week started on yesterday night, so there was a press conference of the teams. So uh, Ruben Amorim actually gave some updates. The players which played in the Nottingham Forest game had come from injury, and they were available for selection, and they were Harry Maguire, Lenny Yoro, Altai Baindir, and Tom Heaton, who were coming out of injury during that international break. So, and I think it was Mason Mount as well, if I'm not wrong. So he also came from an injury. So yeah, these were the players who were available for selection at Nottingham Forest, out of which I think Maguire played, Euro played, and Mount played. So I don't remember about Baindir and Heaton though, but yeah, they were also available for selection. And the major updates which Amorim has given us are about Amad Diallo, Kobe Mainu, and Aiden Heaven. So I'll be listing out those updates as well. So for Amad Diallo, he was out due to ankle injury he sustained last month in training. So he's training pretty well and he has done his rehab pretty well, and he is set to make his return earlier than expected, guys. So it is a pretty big news because Ahmad was the only player we were looking after and looking out for in this season, because he was the only player in form. And yeah, I think the date, they haven't given the date, but they have just said that he's expected by May. So the final 3 or 4 games, which before the end of the season. So yeah, Ahmad will be there for those games. So yeah, pretty big boost for us. The next is Kobe Mainu. So he was out due to muscle injury since February, and he has made a gradual, what do you say, recovery, a gradual recovery. Unlike Ahmad, because Ahmad made a pretty great recovery for that injury specifically, and since he is expected by May, we have some time before we see him before the end of the season. So for Menu, as I mentioned that, as we know, I had not mentioned that he was out since February due to a muscle injury. Now he is back in individual training at Paddington, and he has been training separately from the rest of the squad. And also he has been on a gradual recovery. And with that, the expected date which they have given is that he will be expected by April. So in this month, any game we can see him, because in the Forest game he wasn't there. So we'll have to wait and see that if he features in the game against City or not. So yeah, fingers crossed, and let's see when does he return. So since they have said April, another player who is being drafted or who is being expected in April is Aiden Heaven, who had a pretty nasty injury, looked nasty. He had a leg injury, I think, against Leicester, the game just before the international break. And the exact words of Ruben Amorim are that Aiden Heaven's injury does not look bad as feared. So that's a pretty good news for us. And he's also made a gradual recovery in his comeback. So now we are expecting him in April as well. So we just have to wait and see that when do we expect Menu and Heaven, not Heaven, sorry, Heaven. So yeah, I think we have these 3 or 4 players, 2 or 3 players to look forward to as and when they return, because April for April, Menu and Heaven are the nearest to make a comeback, and for Ahmad we have to wait till May. And I don't know how much games he will play in the May fixtures which are there. So let's hope they make a good comeback and be 100% fit before coming, and not rush them into the squad. So yeah, more injury updates that were given by Amorim were one of Luke Shaw, and they have said that he has made a gradual progress, and he is making gradual progress, and he will be. They haven't given a date or a timeline that when he will return. So yeah, let's see when does he return. And as for Martinez and Evans, they have said that they will be out for a long time. With Martinez, as we know that he had a pretty nasty injury, and for Martinez, he's been expected in summer of 2025. So after the end of this season, so we'll see him in the next season itself. So yeah, hopefully he's 100% fit before the start of that season, as well as Johnny Evans, who is still recovering from his persistent back injury, so back issue, and he is being also rumored to be retiring from the Man United's team after the end of season, along with Tom Heaton. So the rumored players which were released or which are rumored to be sold. That list I have uploaded a video on the channel, so you can check that out as well. The previous video previous to this one. in the Man United series. The cricket videos are coming regularly because the IPL season is here, and we are 13 or 14 games in. So yeah, a pretty exciting season for that as well. So yeah, let's hope my favorite team, that is the Mumbai Indians, play and win this season this year. So yeah, and so for Man United, I think we have a lot to learn. We have a lot to assess about in the upcoming games with City and the Europa League quarterfinals, as well as the Forest, not the Forest, sorry, the Newcastle game. So these are the games which we have to look forward to and hope we do a better job at that. So yeah, this was it for this video. You can check my previous videos out. I had earlier made consistent videos till the time Eric Ten Hag got sacked. I think it was in October, and after that there was a break in the Man United series. But I am back during this international break. I have uploaded the games till the international break for Man United in three parts. So you can check those out as well in the playlist named Manchester United 2025, which I'll be putting the link below as well. And so for Man United, the previous video which I uploaded was about the transfer rumors which have been floating around for United. So you can check that out. The transfer rumors, as in the players rumored to be sold. So yeah, the players who Man United are targeting, I don't have that names right now. If you have though, you can comment them in comment section below. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. So do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And see you guys in the next video. So till then, thanks for watching.